Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. We are finally entering into the last few days of the first week of the new year in Stardew Valley. Didn't want to try and spook anyone there. It's still the beginning of January, when I'm recording at least. Don't you worry. It's not quite past that yet. Now, as we can see, the lovely pink blossoms are lovingly wafting around in the air, and Robin is slowly building me a shed, which will soon house all of my kegs, which will be glorious. Now, there are a few other things that I am going to need, as I would like to upgrade the shed almost instantly so it is double the size, as the more kegs and preserve jars I can cram in there, the better. As you can see, I'm just quickly watering my way through the crops that I have scattered throughout part of the farm, and just generally preparing myself, because that rice did look like it was almost ready to harvest. I was incorrect, of course. But that wouldn't be the first time. Now, my lovely orange trees and other things in here are growing nicely, as are my sunflowers. So I get myself another apricot, another peach, pomegranate. Lovely. I might need to get a few more of these lovely trees on the grow in here, as that they are quite helpful, to be fair. Just going to quickly stick a couple of sunflowers in. Is it bad that I've also noticed that I've completely missed that one space there? Up in the top left, right next to the sprinkler. I'm an idiot. Oh well, moving on. Off we trot. Now, of course, one of the other things that I do want to do at the moment is improve the relationship I have with my rabbit, particularly, which is a strange sentence to be saying at any time, as I would like the rabbit to be able to produce for me rabbit's feet. That would be real handy. As you can see, I'm just working my way through some of the extra cheeses and milks there, so that's nice and lovely. Got my lovely little dinosaurs having a nap, and there's Luna the Bun Bun. I do really want to download the different bunnies mod, but the trouble is I know it's my experience so far of doing all those mods that I downloaded, and I could only get part of one to work. I think it might just be that I'm secretly a really old man and I have no idea how technology works. I think that's really what it boils down to. Is I'm secretly really old and I don't like it. But oh well. Now, being that it's Friday, I'm going to go and visit this lovely lady here in her random caravan of weird and wonderful, and hope that she has some cabbage. Not cabbage. Yes, red cabbage seeds. I wanted to say cabbage, but I herped and derped and failed at life. Now, I know that you do need the sweet gem berries for a couple of things. Can't remember exactly what. I mean, one of them is, of course, in here, in the little sneaky, secrety, wooded bit, but that's not the end of the world because I've already done that one. However, I do need a large quantity of more, I need a lot more hardwood because of the amount of different things that I want to build and be ready for. Because now that I've got the ability to teleport around the farm, which is good, but I do need to get a couple of other random things. It's just how it is. Oh well. Okay. Now, one of the odd things that I do remember though with like the rare seeds is that it's not really that good in some ways. So it's not like it's not worth a lot of money. It is genuinely a valuable crop. However, being that it doesn't actually count as a fruit, you can't use it in a preserve jar, you can't use it in a keg, and if memory serves, it's not even considered a particularly good gift by many of the villagers, which is weird. But hey, I'm never going to be able to fully understand the weird and wonderful that is the Stardew Valley villagers. They're all a bit odd. But I think that's kind of a given, however. So, Krobus, I'm going to get you to sell me that Iridium sprinkler, because yes, please. As I do need a lot more of them. The more of them I can get my hands on, the better it is. As it just makes my life easier. I think that's really how it kind of boils down. It's I need them. And I need them quickly. Okay, now let's have a look. I'm going to get some more crops to good old Gus there, which is lovely. What else are we going to need? Oh, why don't I give you a nice peach? The thing is, like, I know that they're liked gifts by most people, which does make life a lot easier. Now, I believe you like flowers quite a lot. However, I think it's tulips she's really keen on. Alright, George also likes sunflowers. I guess because it's a big flower, maybe? No idea. Either way, it's great. Now, let's see. I haven't really got much that it would be a particularly good gift. I mean, I've got maple syrup. It'll do. Here you go, Pierre. Have some maple syrup. Now, I want to buy some things from you, good sir. I would like to buy a large quantity of garlic seeds. Now, I think a good 100 will probably do. Methinks. Because they are really handy. Oh well, that's just how it is. I just want to be able to get more garlic. If it's not a particularly expensive crop, which is quite helpful. Let's just double check. So I've given Lewis 2 this week. Robin's only had the 1. Abigail's had 1. Okay, so I still need to give out a few gifts this week, as I am indeed attempting to improve general friendship relationships with everybody in town. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm still kind of debating who I actually want to marry. Not Pam. Not that you can, but not Pam. Now, I'm going to head back to the desert because there's a few things that I'd actually like to catch. Well, I say catch, get a hold of, as that will help me and make my life a lot easier. So let's have a quick look then. Right, let's grab some cactus fruit. That's good because, again, it's a little bit of foraging experience, and the foraging skill does need to be leveled up for me. It's nowhere near a decent level yet, and that's kind of what I need. Now, what can you sell me? A big bunch of starfruit seeds, methinks, because they are the most valuable hunky-dory thing. Fantastic, lovely stuff. Righty, so that's that, nice and easy. Okay, so let me think. Do I want to go into the cave? I don't really have anything equipment-wise that would make it easier. Like, I haven't got my bombs. I haven't got any staircases or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm here. I've spent the money. I might as well. Right, let's eat the roots platter because that'll help with my combat skill. Because I think that's the big thing that I struggle with is energy's not a problem. I can replenish that reasonably easily. It's the health. And because of that, the combat skill that I need to be able to just maul my way through the enemies. Because I don't actually remember what the combat skill actually improves, but I think it might increase your critical chance and maybe the damage you actually do. I couldn't actually tell you. It's not a field of expertise of mine. And of course, as mentioned before, I'm not looking on the wiki for anything. I'm genuinely trying to play this blind. So stumbling through and making a lot of mistakes is going to be a common thread for me. However, there's quite a few useful things. Oh, I really should eat something, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll just eat this sunflower. Which admittedly seemed like a strange thing to me just then. But then I realised that, no, I've eaten sunflower seeds. And I use sunflower oil to fry things in, and it's a cooking oil that I use on a regular basis. although it's a bit of a weird abstract, though, it's one of those odd things. There are certain foods that I prefer to cook not with oil. For example, if I was to fry an egg, I'd use butter or lard, depending on how old I'm feeling today. But usually it's butter, not oil. I think there's something about, particularly maybe sunflower oil and other vegetable oils, it does seem to have a little bit of a different flavour to it. Again, I'm not a wide expert in the applications and use of cooking, other than I open my mouth and the food I've cooked goes in it. And it means that I don't die. Yeah, this is one of the many reasons why I shouldn't be allowed out in public. Right, die, you horrible slime. Please go away. I'm hoping that if I can kill these, they'll actually give me some iridium ore. Or even a bar, that would be nice. Oh my goodness, so many slimes. Please die. Apologies for the random musical attempt there. I'm very well aware I can't sing. So apologies. However, I did just... Ooh! Talking of the devil, there's an iridium bar. Wonder how many I've got. If I've got nearly... Well, I probably don't have enough to upgrade a tool yet. But that's 5 less iridium ore I need to find. So that's good. So maybe this will work out. Be a useful, quick run down into these weird mines. I'm just going to eat this. Just to give me a little bit of extra. Now, get stabbed. Oh, and some iridium ore as well. That's very handy. Well, I'm going to eat the white algae because I don't really need it. So 2 iridium ore. Still, that's handy because that's less stuff than I need to mine. Hopefully, I can find myself a chute or a hole, more to the point, so I can just jump down it. There we go. Although, that being said, me saying the word chute has just sort of reminded me of that Snakes and Ladders in America is called Chutes and Ladders, which seems really strange to me. Is the idea of a snake being a thing so horribly offensive to Americans? It's very odd. And especially considering I only found out about the actual original history of Snakes and Ladders. I think it's a Buddhist game or something. It's from India. And it's something to, like the snakes, something to do with reincarnation or making mistakes and karma and weird and wonderful. I could be honestly talking absolute nonsense, but it was on QI and I heard Stephen Fry talk about it, and that man is a national treasure and deserves to be listened to. Goodness gracious. He was definitely one man I would love to meet. If I had the opportunity, I would very much love to meet him. And Sandy Toxfig as well. But then again, I've always loved QI. And for anyone who's never watched it, I would highly recommend you look up QI on YouTube, or if you have access to the BBC, do. It's very funny, very silly, and weirdly educational. But they tend to spend a lot of time mocking one of the regular guests, Alan Davies, which he generally deserves, to be fair. Aha, so some more iridium. Right, now, I'm going to wager that this is not just iridium ore. It is most likely a crab creature, because that's always the bleeding way. It's always a horrible crab creature. Well, I guess I actually stand corrected. It's not actually a horrible crab creature. It's actually iridium ore. How peculiar. That very rarely happens. Anyway, back on and always we go. We've got a little bit further to get through now. Well, we've dropped another floor. Because that's the important thing, is progressing through this cursed mine cave system, whatever it's called, skull cave thing. Because the further down I go, the more iridium is likely to spawn. And also more of the omnigeodes, which again, they sometimes have iridium ore in it. Sometimes they have complete garbage. It's a bit of a mixed bag. but at the same time, it's something I want and or need. More to the point, need. As I really want to upgrade my dratted tools. I want to upgrade the pickaxe first, as that was one of the tools that was mentioned previously by another comment earlier. Oh goodness, must have been during the winter period, because that I was asking what tools that I thought people thought that I should upgrade first, and believe me, it is really nice to have the engagement where people actually do respond, because it's nice to have other people's opinions. I'm very much a person who likes to bat ideas off of people. I've always had I find it easier to sound ideas off of somebody, bounce them off against another individual. It's just how my brain works. It's not like it's the end of the world for me if I don't do what I originally planned, but it does genuinely help my brain, as it means that I can vocalize any ideas or concepts that have come to my mind. And I don't know whether that's just a me thing or if there are other people that are very much like that. But most of my colleagues in the past have always been, no, this is the idea we're doing. And I'm like, yeah, but hear me out. What about this idea? Even if it's complete garbage, being able to explain why I think it's a good idea. Ooh, golden relic. Well, to the museum we go tomorrow then. Back to Stardew Valley. Now, I think I've got a little bit of iridium ore actually left in one of the chests. So, hopefully, I'll be able to get another iridium bar on the smelting, which will be good, because that'll give me another way to upgrade my tools. Because that's the important thing, is being able to upgrade the damn tools so that I can actually, upgrade them and mine faster and do things. Now, conveniently, that's kind of helpful. Well, there's all the starfruit wine. I don't want to drink it, not yet. Now is not the time to be celebrating. However, as mad as it looks, I'm going to take these kegs and I'm going to put them back in my inventory, as I think it is much more important for me to be able to put them away inside the shed that is being built. Might not be able to do it just yet, but it is something that I want to do, because I want to have the shed being ready sooner rather than later. Whether I build another shed and I put it next to the house where those kegs were might be more useful, but at the same time I could also turn that small plot into a little bit more crop space. So either way, it's helpful to have it done and organised. And again, it's one of the things I know I will keep saying over and over and over. I'm very keen on trying being the operative word here, to be organised, which is a very, very difficult thing for me to do. I'm so scatterbrained, it genuinely hurts at the best of times trying to figure out what it is I actually am trying to do. But alas. Okay, so that's 9 more starfruit wine. Let's get flung straight in there. Now, I need to refill the watering can as well, because I don't really want to run out of that. Now, I've got some more starfruit seeds, which I'm going to put in the chest here. And that will be that sorted. Same with the garlic. Now, I know the garlic is something that I can grow now, but I will hold off for the time being. In the greenhouse, it's going to come out here to be grown. Of course, one of the other things I've got is the 100 cauliflower, which is going to be a major thing on the go at the moment, as that's something that I really need to get grown so I can ship that off. I'm going to put the iridium sprinkler away as well. What I will probably do is, if I get the chance, before the seasons change, I might try to replace some of the existing sprinklers systems that are out there and replace and reorganize, because that's a useful thing for me to do, I think. Let's chuck that in there. Let's grab this little bit of fruit, which I know I can just fling in here as well. Now, I know that I've got a number of different fruiting trees, and that little corner there is just my little tree growth bit. The big moo, well, hear me out. Little moo, or mooette, Little Amoo? Yeah, Little Amoo. Small things, small minds. Don't worry, I'm well aware. So 34,000. Now, most of that is probably from just the wine, from the starfruit wine. It's so valuable. It's so helpful. It really does make a big difference. So it looks like we've got some tomatoes, which are ready. It does make me really wish I had some fresh tomatoes from my garden. Of course, that was a thing during the tail end of last year, which is not going to happen again at the moment. I forgot to water my coffee plant. Quickly. There we go, sploosh. Right. Okay, so we've got ourselves a letter and some truffle odd salad. Oh, so you want a fresh apricot? Well, how convenient. I've got a tree that grew one. Boom. Super easy. Well, that's made my life fantastically easy. Thank you, Emily. Right, so as you can see, I've got quite a lot of other gubbins, though. That's the problem in here. I probably need to make myself another chest, because as you can see, the shed is now finished. It really doesn't take long to build, thankfully. It's a quick building to do. Now, so we're going to start by plonking these down here, and that's going to give me the keg production facility. I'm going to put that there, and that one there, and that one there. And then I'm just going to slap a bunch of starfruit in there. Lovely. Now, as soon as I've got the resources enough to upgrade it, I may need to move them around again a little bit. But I will want to place some more in there. Okay, what do you want? 3 purple mushrooms. Where the dickens am I going to get 3 purple mushrooms from? I mean, I know I've got the mushroom cave, but they're quite a rare spawn. Unless I find a floor that's just got them. I mean, that is a possibility. There are occasionally mushroom floors that you do find. So, maybe? Right, I do really need to clear out some of the continual growth plants in here. So I don't really need them. Like the hot peppers and things. Don't need them so much. Oh, you scared of some crows. Okay, so let's quickly harvest these potatoes. That's lovely. So that's... I'd make some vodka from it, but you can't. You can only make potato juice, which does disappoint me somewhat, as I would very much more enjoy being able to make some vodka. Even though that's, I will freely admit, not my spirit of choice. And that is a question I ask people actually a fair bit when I do bar work. This is because we sell a lot of cocktails, and it's like, what do I want? I don't know. It's like, well, what do you normally drink? Everything. Yes, that's really not helpful. But then again, that's the general public. I sound like a grumpy old fart, really, at the best of time, don't I? Can't help it. I just am perpetually a grouchy. It's just who I am. Okay, so I need 1 apricot, definitely. I need to reorganize this. I definitely need to build another couple of chests, don't I? I think that's the thing that needs to happen in here. Oops, a daisy. Picked up the table. Because as we all know, you accidentally pick up a table when you're trying to move... every time I try and place a globe on a table, I just pick up the whole table. That's a regular occurrence. Ugh. And I'll put the chair on it. Right. Okay. Interior design by the Walrus. It's a nightmare. I will definitely admit, when it comes to interior decorating, my personal selection tends to just rely on, is it wood? Yes, done. Because I like the look of oak, particularly. That's me, though. Disappointing all the same. Now, what other things do I need to deal with? So, Jody likes those. Lewis has these. The Autumn Bounty. Gus, my good man. So, Leia? I really need to Google it. I know I need to do the pronunciation thing. I desperately need to do it because it's actually antagonizing me now that I don't entirely know how to pronounce her name. which isn't good. And I know I feel really dense for not actually knowing how to pronounce it. Oh well. Right, I am the maple syrup man. Hear me roar. I'm going to give maple syrup to all of those around me. Now we've got some more cheeses. Lovely stuff. Now I think that Robin or Leah likes goat's cheese. One of the two. Can't remember. Anyway, off we go. The worst part is that I know I've married her once on this, and I still can't pronounce her name properly. So essentially, I am the worst husband, because I can't remember how to pronounce your name properly, and I'll probably forget when your birthday is. So, little life pro tip there: don't marry the walrus. Just don't do it. It's for the best. To be fair, just don't do it. Righty, sell the duck feather. I mean, an Iridium one's pretty cool. I've not had one of those before. I wonder how much that's actually worth. Right. So we need to find Emily, and I need to give her an apricot. And who else do I need to give gifts to? Hello. Have yourself some goat's cheese. So she loves that, so that's good. Good old bit of loved gifts. That's what we need. Some loved gifts. I want to get Shane's relationship up as well, because I want to get the blue chickens, because they're adorable. I genuinely find the blue chickens that you get are just very cute. Okay. Emily, I present to you the apricot, which she wanted. Lovely stuff. The Queen of Sauce still wants 100 cauliflower things. So that's not too much of a problem. We're slowly working our way through it. It's just I can't speed... Well, that's a lie. I could speed it up by using the speed growing stuff, but I've not bothered. So, meh. Not really much I can do about it at this moment in time, however. That's kind of the important thing. Now, I know one of the things that's going to be interesting during the spring is the salmonberry season. And salmonberry season is during the 3rd week of spring, I think. And I'll be able to harvest a lot of salmonberries. Shock and horror. So that'll be kind of handy. So Gunter, you can have yourself a golden plaque. I'm going to slap it on that table over there with all the bones. Goodness, I must have nearly fully completed the museum as well now at this point, which is quite an interesting thing. Right, so off we trot. Now, of course, I do want to go and speak to Robin to find out how much it'll cost in resources as well as financially to have her upgrade the barn shed thing. A red mushroom. Aren't they poisonous? Why does George want a poisonous mushroom? I think he's trying to poison the doctor. Sick and tired of the doctor telling him to stop being ill and look after himself. I hope that's the case and it's not he's trying to off himself with it, because that would be bad. No. Upstairs we go. Listening in on his ham radio. I guess that's something that I know I've seen it in movies and such, and I don't think it was not so much of a thing here in the UK. I guess when I was a young kid, I remember reading about schools in Australia that taught over radio entirely, which seemed like an absolutely bizarre concept, but considering the distances, that it's reasonable. It makes sense. But I know it's one of those things that appears in American movies of a certain era. I just wonder if it's actually really a thing. It might not be anymore, but it definitely seems to be many moons ago when I was growing up. So, Or even, more to the point, why? Is there a particular attraction for being able to just reach out and talk to someone? I guess because the internet has kind of replaced that, really, hasn't it? Because at any point you can reach out and have a chat to somebody on the other side of the world if you want, and be insulted by people on Xbox. Ah, the joys of the online gaming community. Being able to be insulted by 14-year-olds from around the world. Anyway, before I get too cynical. Okay, so that's another little bit of panning that we can do here. That's lovely. So what we're getting, a lucky ring and a diamond. Wow, that was quite a good bit of panning there. That's lovely. Right, now I've got the bombs, so that means that I am going to try and detonate larger numbers of rocks. Also, I'm probably going to try and detonate a few of the darn mummies, because they need to die. I think that's the thing. But yeah, that's just how that works. Off we go then, down here. Now, what else have we got? Oh, let's just put that bomb there. Oh no, that's a pair of dragons. Serpent with jobberies, go away. Leave me alone. Seriously, go away. I hate these creatures. They just do so much damage to me. I tend to take all of the weird, obnoxious damage that I ever take in this place is from them. Nothing else. Them. They just need to leave me alone. Good. Oh no, there's another one. Oh, thank goodness. Well, I got my bomb back, so we're at a net no net gain, but no net loss for bombs so far. Okay, so we've got ourselves some undead. Righty, Mr. Horrible. Well, Mr. Mrs. Indeterminate gender, because you are wrapped up in bandages, mummy. I should eat a cake. Because health. There we go. And I'm going to stab everything around me. And I'm going to put a bomb down. Oh dear, that's a big bomb. Oof, that was close. I genuinely thought I was about to explode myself there. Come on, come on. Quick. There we go. This is one of the problems I have with using a controller, is skipping between equipment is actually a little bit more tricky than being able to just smash 1 to 10, 1 to 0 on a keyboard. So I know I'm handicapping myself when I do this, and it's my own silly fault. But I do prefer the way that the controller feels when it comes to playing the game. It really boils down to the fact that I can just sit back and lean back in my chair, put my feet up and just relax. I'm not that much of a heathen that I put my feet on my working desk. That's a bit much. But it does mean I can at least just chill out and relax for a little bit. Let's just jump down. Whee! Oh, I think it hit me as I jumped down. That's very annoying. Well, I better chug some maple syrup. Oh, man. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm actually diabetic. So the idea of chugging maple syrup, oh, it makes me feel unwell. It makes me feel very unwell. Ugh. Because, oh, that must be... I know the taste of maple syrup is lovely, and I do enjoy it in moderation. But the idea of just drinking a bottle of it is horrifying in almost every way to me. It scares me a little bit. I guess also because I've been diabetic for quite a long time. Talking 20 years now. At least. Yeah. Around that. So yeah, it's amusing. All the same. Righty, so let's just smash up a few more rocks. Here we go. So energy-wise, we're doing alright. I mean, that is because I keep eating and drinking, so it's not like that's going down anytime soon. But it's the health is the thing that I really need to deal with. Okay, so you need to go away, horrible mummy. And so does that ghost, to be fair. It should just leave me alone. I don't like dealing with the undead. Although that just seems to be a thing at the present, is just dealing with the undead. Boom. Yeah. Oh, I really hoped that had killed the ghost there, but thankfully I only needed to slap it once with a sword, and then it died. Slap, slap, slap. Okay, so I'm being lazy, so I'm just going to put a bomb down there. And bang. Okay, so there's the way down. So I'm getting a large quantity of gold, which is nice. Oh, goodness. Just not the most helpful of materials. Oh, a rabbit's fur. And a red mushroom. Ah, well, this is useful. So that's 2 things I need. So I guess I can theoretically use that in town, as both of them are things that I need. It's helpful. Right, let's jump on down. 4 levels, that's fine. Aha, some more iridium. I bet you it's a crab. Are you a crab? You're not a crab. I'm having some luck today. I don't know what's going on. Right, let's just hit this bat a few times. Oh, that hurt. Go away. Thank you. I'm going to put a big bomb down and then run away. I'm going to drink some more maple syrup. Chug a bit more. And grab those Omni Geodes, the iron. I mean, the iron and the coal's good because I can make more bombs with it, which will be kind of helpful. I'm trying to think of anything else that I can use the iron for at the moment. I know I can transmute iron into gold and and so on, but I don't think you can turn gold into iridium or anything. So, which is a shame. I wonder if there is actually a process of turning into. I don't know. Maybe there is, and it probably has like a large requirement of resources to actually do it, considering how important iridium bars really are, because they're really helpful. Well, I think they're helpful more than anything. Okay, so we've got some more coal, more iron, so it's not going terribly so far. It would be good if I could remember how to hit the particular rock I'm trying to aim at, though, because, you know, that's a thing. An important thing that needs to be done. Okay, so I'm hoping to try to find another drop down, as more holes in the ground is always helpful. I mean, the staircases are all well and good, but if I can drop a few more floors, it'll make my life easier. And as I've said many times before, I'm very lazy and a bit stupid. So I will jump down holes in the ground because I'm both stupid and lazy. Right, so let's slap some more rocks with a pickaxe here and walk on down. Hopefully, with the fingers crossed, we can actually find a little bit more iridium. Talk of the devil, there's some more there. And it's not a crab. My goodness, that's fantastic. So that's 5 iridium ore. So that's enough to smelt up to make a bar, which is great. So that actually means I've actually finally got enough to upgrade one of my tools to iridium. That makes me feel better. Okay, go away. Shoot. Be gone. I will freely admit I'm also like this when it comes to creatures in real life. Having seen wild mice and wild rats in the past and just gone, no, shoot. Be gone, vile creature, and you know, that sort of thing. I do genuinely still do that in real life. Never said I wasn't a weird man. But oh well. Right, so give this mummy a slap with a sword. It'd be nice if the vampiric would proc a bit more. Or, sorry, more to the point, activate a bit more. Like, the procking thing is something I remember hearing repeatedly when I used to play World of Warcraft. Back in the many moons ago. Back when Thunder Fury was a really good weapon. That'll definitely age me. I haven't looked at the game in many years, and I'm glad of it. This is addictive enough, and I have to ration myself by going, no, I will only record 1 week's worth of footage and not allow myself to play any more until I've recorded and done all the voice work for it. Because I think that's a reasonable way of doing things, because it means it makes it manageable, it means that I don't lose the videos, because the first month that I did this, I actually did record way more than I probably found helpful to do so. And it definitely was not a good idea. Oh gosh, I'm in trouble, run away, run far away. Dude, back to the farm. Screw it. Let's get out of here. Okay. That was scary. 8. So if I've got another 2... Do I? Yes, I do. Well, 3. But that's enough to make 2 iridium bars. Get in. I didn't realise you could put fire quartz in there. I wonder if what that actually gives you. I'm assuming it probably just gives you refined quartz. Nothing super exciting. But, you know, it's still something. Feels a little bit wasteful, but I can't remember what you use fire quartz for, if anything. Other than stuff in the community centre bundles. Okay, well, I've actually got a fair bit of extra gubbins, which is quite helpful. So, a little bit more solar essence as well, which is nice. Got some more bat wings, which I think they're used in lightning rods, so that would be helpful. I've got nearly 1,000 stone, so that's not awful. I'm going to sell the more valuable mushroom. Right, okay, it's 1 AM. I really should retire to bed. However, of course, they are now ready. And I'm just going to quickly hit them with an axe so that I can put them in the keg shed in the morning. Grab that diamond and head to bed. Right. Sleepsy time. Excellent stuff. Farming. I mean, I didn't make a huge amount of money, but then again, I didn't exactly have a large quantity of starfruit wine to sell and work my way through this today. But we will soon see. Now it's Sunday, the final day of the week, or the first day of the week, depending on who you ask, which is just one of those oddities. You know, when you're young and you decide that, oh, I'm going to be different. Yeah, Sunday is the first day of the week. No. Okay, Queen of Sauce, what are you going to tell me? Pizza. Lovely. I do indeed enjoy a good old bit of pizza. It's just been a while since I've had any. I say that because I try to ration myself and not have pizza very regularly, because it's not the most healthy of foods. Ooh. I do really like this sculpture. There's something about the way that it's shaped. I like unusual wooden sculptures. I think they're just nice. I very much wish I had the understanding or capability of working with wood. I can build things out of it, but I can't sculpt with it. Okay, so that's cool. And clothing therapy. Oh, okay. Could be interesting. We'll see what that's about. Right, let's put all these things away that I don't need. Okay, so I do need another chest. I need to cut down a lot of trees, I think. I need a lot more wood. I really do. And that's not super helpful, unfortunately. Oh dear. Right. So I've got the iridium bars. I'm just going to smelt up these geodes. That'd be good. Get some more bait. And we've got a little bit more watering to do. I guess if I wasn't trying to grow larger cauliflowers, which is something that I am trying to do at the moment, I would be able to hand over the watering can to Clint. My goodness, I just couldn't remember his name there. It was just taking me far too long there. Yeah, I could be able to hand it over to Clint and actually get him to upgrade the watering can, which would be another useful tool. But at the same time, with a large quantity of sprinkling systems, it's not really as needed. But that's just how that works, at least. Okay, so I'm going to pop that rare seed there. Right. Well, I've got a couple of deliveries to make. I've got all those. Oh, that rice definitely looks ready to harvest. So let's slice that up. Excellent stuff. Look at all that unmilled rice. Does rice actually need milling? Is that genuinely a thing? I don't know. I've never grown it. I mean, it could be. And if somebody knows and will happily correct my idiocy, please tell me. Because I just don't know. As I've said before, I am indeed an idiot. Ah, so it looks like a couple of the crystal floors got blasted by the lightning. I think I need to build another lightning rod up here. Probably going to be for the most sensible plans. Right, let's quickly grab that. And there's some more pine tar. Goodness, we're going to have loads of battery packs today, aren't we? Okay, so we've got a few more kegs to install here. So I'm going to pop that there. And that can go here. And then this one goes there. And then I'm going to put some ancient fruit in there, because ancient fruit wine is good. I know I need to put the starfruit wine in here. But first things first. Chest. In the middle there. And then I need... Oh, let's put the fruit, the stuff that I'm going to turn into wine in here. And that's going to be the main important thing. Especially imagine it, like if a large number of them are ready at the same time, it's going to make me a lot of money. And that's kind of the main thing, is being able to have large quantities of cash to effectively have... Well, I had a train of thought there, but it's just disappeared completely. I think what I was trying to say was having a bit more money means I can purchase the things that I need and the upgrades and the buildings. Because most of the money that I'm going to be spending is actually going to be going on things like the obelisks that allow me to... or the totem pole type things that will allow me to teleport to certain areas directly from the farm, which are from the wizard. And those I'm most likely to want to put near the house itself, because it'll allow me to just zip around quite easily. I think there's one for Ginger Farm. Ginger Island Farm, at least. Once you get it, of course. That will be helpful. Now we're going to put some milk in here. So we've got the milk on the go. That's lovely. So that's going to be some more. What next? Put that on there. I don't really need either of those, so I can sell them straight away. And I don't really need those. Don't need that. Let's just sell those. And get rid of that. And some of these. There we go. Fantastic. Right, so I'm going to quickly go and visit the... whatever it's called, the baby animal, the smaller animals in the coop area. Really should expand this area they can run around in. I say run around. Wander around in, because it works. It just doesn't feel like I'm being as nice to the animals as I possibly could. And I know they're digital representations of an actual animal, but even then, as I've said before, I find it so difficult to be evil in games, and I don't want to be. So, alright, so let's use the mini obelisk to teleport myself back around the farm. Oh, some more iridium. That's kind of helpful. Omnigeodes. Back into the smelter you go. I wonder how much iridium that's actually giving me. 3. Okay, so I only need 1 more, and then I can make another bar, which will be handy. Right, let's only carry 5, because I'm going to need to get rid of that. I've got the red mushroom still, I think. I need to go back into the greenhouse, because I want to get the garlic seeds, I think. They're going to be needed. And let's chop down this mahogany tree. And I'm going to be vaguely sensible to get some more hardwood. So 9 bits of hardwood, that's good. I'm going to sling all of this in there to mill. Lovely. And that will be handy, because I can just put that straight in the kitchen for use in some recipes, which I think is the most prudent and useful use for the rice. I don't think it sells that high, really, but it's one of those odd ones. You get a bunch of rice shoots from monsters, and it's like, well, what do I do with it? Really, it's a big resource that kind of gets in the way a little. Like, I'm not entirely sure what one does with it other than cook. I don't think it's a super helpful food item. Like, it's not particularly valuable. Not like others are. Like, well, I mean, starfruit's a bit of an odd exception, just because it's just so valuable it hurts. But I think that's kind of it, isn't it? Right, so let's smelt those 2 up as well. Oh, so Gunter can tell me about that mineral, the weird looking mineral I've just got from the Omnigeode, which is good, because more filling in of the museum is good. Now, of course, working my way back over to the town is going to be important because I need to go and see both Clint and Gunter now. Let's see what they can do for us, because that's going to be important. Hopefully, I can get myself an upgraded piece of equipment fast, because I do very much want to upgrade the pickaxe. I also very much want to upgrade, well, I mean, to be fair, I want to upgrade all of them, but the axe and the pickaxe are the two that I want to upgrade first. I think they're the most important ones. I think it's probably sensible for me to buy some more cauliflower. I don't think I've lost any, but it does also make a lot of money as a spring seed goes. I think it is the most valuable of the spring seeds, other than the strawberries, which I foolishly did not save any. I should have saved some of the seeds for this year, so that was very stupid of me. But I am going to plant a couple of them in either the house or the greenhouse in little planters, so that it gives me a constant supply of it, because I think that's very helpful. Okay, so let's get that Iridium pickaxe on the go, and let's go visit Gunter, because he might have a lovely reward for me this time. Who knows? It'd be nice. After donate, yes, he's got a reward. What's the reward, Gunter? Some warp totems to the farm. Well, very handy, really, and a bit of a pickle if you don't have them. But they're also a pain in the bum to make. Just from my experience so far, because I don't have very many hives at the moment. I probably should make a few more, because the honey is the important part to make them. Right, so there's Pam's caravan. And here we go. George, you wanted a red mushroom. Here you go, mate. Thank you. What next? Have a cherry. Delivery red mushroom, that's fine. Done. I still need to get a rainbow shell, and the thing is, I know they're only really available during the summer, and that's really annoying, because of course at the moment I'm not going down to the beach, because I know that stuff will wash up repeatedly and constantly, so it's not like it's the end of the world. There we go. So I've given him the rabbit's foot, and he gives me a good luck token, like a special charm, which improves your luck. So it feels really weird that he wants some more luck, so he gives me his luck item after I give him a luck item. Eh? Hey, I don't pretend to understand this game, in that regard at least. So there's Kent. Now, I do need to try and figure out what Kent likes. I'm sure he likes an apricot. And Jodie likes apricots. Everybody likes apricots. I particularly do like dried ones. I'm not actually sure if I've ever eaten a fresh apricot now. I'm sort of wondering, I'm actually questioning myself, going, have I? Have I eaten it in like a fruit salad or something? Maybe, but I can't remember if I've actually actively ever eaten an... Oh, that's going to be bugging me for days now. I'm going to have to really think about that. Yeah, I'm very well aware I'm clearly insane, but I really need to figure that out. Oh well. Righty, let's just quickly put these two in, just to get me a little bit more wine. On the go. I know I need to move the star fruit across to that chest, and I don't think that'll be too difficult. So there's some more iridium ore, which is good. Let's zoom our way down this part of the farm. Being that it's Sunday, I want to visit her, but we've currently got currently struggling to get a... I'm not sure what that is. It looks like an apple. Well, but is that not a cherry? I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure it does look delicious. Let's see if we can help you with that. Which, to be fair, that's quite a reasonable reaction, going, ah! Just being picked up randomly. Admittedly, I don't really like being picked up myself. But then again, I'm also very tall. Here, have a piece and I'll just eat the entire thing. Goodness. Good old game. Weird and wonderful. Well, you know, we do what we can for our friends. And I think that's an important thing to actually be able to say, is if you've got a good friendship with people, and and you have friends you can depend and rely on, you've got something to be proud about and something to be happy for. And I'm going to stop there before I end up going down like a really weird philosophical bizarrity, which I am prone to do so. Just as a warning, it does happen with me, where I'll start being like, pretend to be like sensible and philosophical about things. Don't really want to do that. Okay, so it's locked. That's fine. Where next? I'm thinking back to the farm. Probably my best shout. Okay, there you go, Shane. Have some maple syrup. That's something that I mean, yes, I know I could give you beer, but I don't want to fuel your habit. But it's so easy to use. I know that he does like other food, like pizza and other things, but the beer is cheap. Really, it's not that expensive, and it's very easy for me to make. And I know I shouldn't do it. I think that's what bugs me, is I know that really deep down I don't want to do it, but it's so easy. Okay, let's start planting some more collie. There we go, some lovely cauliflower. And I'm going to plant some there. Oh, screw it, let's just plant it everywhere. Because I'm just going to water it anyway. Lovely. Probably should put another sprinkler system in. That was stupid, but oh well. Plonk. Water. I'm hoping to grow some giant cauliflower. That's really what it boils down to, is I want some of the giant stuff. Because they look cool more than anything. It's just a honking great cauliflower. It looks really cool. Yeah, I know. Small things, small minds. But I do genuinely think they look really cool. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to get a single coal for that. I've got no more things that need smashing up with the geode crusher, which is good. Got some stone, some clay, and some wood to put away. I should probably smelt that. Start that going. Sooner the better. Now, of course, I've got all this nice little space here, and I'm thinking that's probably where I shall probably put the warp totems once I've got the ability to make them. I think they just cost, but I can't remember if they have a physical requirement of like resources. I'll have to chat to the wizard on that one. Who, unfortunately, because he's out in the boonies of the farm, like of the woods, it's something I don't really go and visit very often. But hey ho, that's just how it rolls. It's not my fault. It's his own fault for choosing to live in the middle of nowhere, woods and such. Right, so I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Right. I think. Whoops, daisy. Smashed up the wrong bit. Clonk. And clonk. Right, let's grab the star fruit, which is what I want to do. And maybe the honey. Maybe the melons, definitely. Yeah, screw it. Let's grab the honey as well. Mostly because mead is delicious. And again, like the maple syrup, I shouldn't have much of it. It definitely does a body bad. Let's put the star fruit in there. Lovely stuff. And we'll put the other star fruit in here along with the melons and the honey. Lovely. Excellent. Now, I can't remember if there are any particular unusual uses for the mead in this. Don't believe there are, to be fair. However, there's not else a huge amount to do today, I don't think. But I'm just going to put these away. And I've just realised something. Clothing therapy. I forgot to go to it. I don't think there's anything I can do about it now. Maybe it'll allow me to go in and see it tomorrow? Maybe? I'm not sure. I can't remember accidentally missing an event thing like that previously. So I feel a little bit daft. But it happened. My bad, Emily. I've missed your dressing like a mad person event. I mean, it's actually kind of cool as an idea. I like the idea of being able to dress up and do things and, you know, feel good about yourself. Which, you know, everyone needs a bit of a feel-good time every now and again. Some people have got their feel-good anthem, and some have got their feel-good clothes. And I know I'll band on about it, but it's a very important thing. Mental health is incredibly important, and feeling good about yourself is a very difficult and tricky thing at times, but if you have a way of doing it, that's important. Okay, so I made a couple more garden pots. That's good. So I can put those to good use. Probably inside the greenhouse itself more than anything. Okay, so we've got some more quality fertilizer, which I'm going to use with the garden pots. Because, hadoy. So I'm going to plonk that there. Fertilize it. And water it. And what seed should I put in there? I'm going to put two... I think 2 coffee plants is probably sensible because I'm getting a couple of gold and a couple of silver beans. It's a bit annoying. There we go. So, that looks like we're pretty much done for our run through on today. So I will say thank you again for tuning in. However, we've still got a little bit of opportunity to go and do some mad dashing. I mean, it's 11:20, but I don't think there's much wrong in thanking people for coming and viewing my madness. Yeah, let's grow it. Let's grow a cactus. Just grow a big old cactus in the house. Don't know of any cactus that I've eaten the fruit of, but actually no, the agave. Is that a cactus? I'm not sure. But all the same, that's all of that done. So thank you again for tuning in and listening to my mad ramblings as the Walrus. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please do like, subscribe and share, and I will catch you again on the next Walrus Plays.